I've been MIA for a little while. No dramatic reason, no scandal, just life. And I've been thinking a lot about whether I still want to vlog. Not just for the sake of posting something or chasing views. I want it to actually mean something, be fun, be honest, be real. And the truth is I've missed this. I've missed just talking to a camera, having a chat, bringing you all along for the ride. Even if the ride's a bit quieter these days. Not every week's a triathlon or some epic adventure, but life still happens, training still happens, and thinking still happens. And I reckon that's worth sharing. I think what really hit me was realizing I didn't want to be part of the noise. Everyone's trying to be the next big triathlon YouTuber, and honestly, that's not me. I'm not chasing clout. I just want to enjoy the sport, hang out with good people, and maybe take you along for that. So this video is me dipping my toes back in. No flash edits, no announcement, no hype. Just a conversation and maybe a bit of a reset. For me, for this channel, and maybe for what we do here together going forward. So, where have I been? Honestly, just living. Not everything's been about racing or training. I've been working, spending time with people I care about, riding just to enjoy the ride without filming it, without thinking about turning it into content. There was no big I'm quitting YouTube moment. It just slowly faded out. And part of that is because I didn't feel like I had anything worth showing. Or maybe more accurately, anything that I wanted to show. And I think a lot of that comes down to this whole influencer thing. I've never wanted to feel like I had to perform or pump out content just because the algorithm wants it. That's not me. I started this channel because I like sharing the journey, not because I thought it was going to blow up. And somewhere along the line, I started questioning if I was even sharing stuff for the right reasons anymore. So I pulled back, and that space made me realize how much I actually still love all of this. The community, the creativity, the stories we get to tell when we're not trying to be someone we're not. Stepping back also helped me see how much pressure I was putting on myself to try and always be interesting. Like if I'm not racing or reviewing a new bike, what am I even doing online, right? Turns out quite a lot. Turns out there's life outside of the algorithm, and it feels good to remember that. And that's what makes me want to come back. Not to post every race, every training session or a gear haul, but to share moments that feel worth it. Even if they're small. Maybe especially because they're small. Let's talk about triathlon for a sec. I've been racing triathlon since around 2016, 2017. And I've done most of the big events here in New Zealand. And as much as I love the sport, and I really do love it, I don't have the same fire to keep doing the same races over and over every season. It's not about quitting, it's more like evolving. I'm still training, I'm still riding, I'm still running, I'm still swimming, but I'm not chasing race medals or trying to line up a sponsorship deal. That was never really the goal, and it definitely isn't the goal now. So what I want now is to just enjoy the journey, do bucket list races when they really excite me, spend more time with the community and less time chasing content. And to be brutally honest, it's expensive. Racing, traveling, buying new gear every season just to keep up with YouTube expectations is not sustainable. Definitely not for me. And I suppose the last thing I want is to be just another triathlon YouTuber. You know, the ones every week's a new gadget review or what I eat in a day in 4K, you know, shiny gear, thumbnails, everything's epic. That's just not me. I'm not here to chase the algorithm with clickbait or show off the latest $20,000 bike that I can't afford. I'm just a guy who loves the sport. I love being active, and I want to share the parts of life that feel real. I think there's space for content that isn't trying hard to sell something. You can be part of the endurance world without constantly flexing or competing for attention. Because honestly, that stuff burns people out, and it takes the fun out of something that's meant to be extremely fun. So yeah, I still love triathlon, but I love it on my terms, and I want this channel to reflect that. If I'm racing, it's because it's something I care about, and if I'm vlogging, it's because I've got something I actually want to say. I don't want to post just to stay relevant. I want to post when it's worth it for me and for you. So if I'm not going all in on triathlon content, then what's the plan? Honestly, I'm still figuring that out, but you know, I have a few ideas that feel more me right now. I want to bring back weekly vlogs, but not in a forced, here's every minute of my day kind of thing. More like, you know, windows into the week, what I'm thinking about, what I'm doing, where I'm riding. Maybe there's training, maybe there's some real life. Maybe it's exploring somewhere new, or I mean, something as simple as, you know, showing off a Saturday cafe ride. Some weeks maybe it's a deep dive into something I'm learning about, recovery, motivation. How do I train without a race locked in? You know, other weeks it might be light, just to ride a random thought that came up during a training run. Honestly, who knows? I want to get back to that feeling of sort of documenting without needing to constantly perform. Even just sharing the in-betweens, the slow days, the simple wins, the little changes over time. Maybe it's not always about triathlon. Maybe it's about being a person who does triathlon and how that fits into the rest of life. Like, how do you train hard without it taking over everything? How do you stay motivated when there isn't a race on the agenda? What happens when priorities shift? I think that stuff's just as interesting, if not more, than another race recap or a bike unboxing. Also, let's be honest, I live in a pretty cool place. New Zealand's pretty cool. There's a lot around here to explore and share, and it could be fun to show more of that. Not like a polished travel vlog, but you know, through the lens of someone who lives here and just enjoys it. So yeah, weekly vlogs, not overly produced, not clickbaity, just something grounded, thoughtful, real, something that grows with me and hopefully resonates with you as well. And maybe this time I'll stop overthinking it and just press record. But I want to hear from you. What kind of videos would you actually watch? Like really watch. Not just click on because the thumbnail had flames on it or a six-pack. What do you find interesting? What do you wish more creators were sharing? It doesn't have to be groundbreaking. It could be a random topic you think would be fun to explore, something you've always wondered about in the world of endurance sports, or even just, hey, go to this cafe, tell me what you think of the coffee. Would you watch a weekly vlog that shows a mix of training, lifestyle, and stuff? Are you into hearing thoughts during a long ride? Do you want to see me try some weird challenge? Do you want the real, not glamorous side of staying active without making it your whole identity? Drop your ideas in the comments. I seriously read them all. I want this to be something that we can build together, not just something I throw at the screen and hope that it sticks. If you've made it this far, thank you. I'm excited to start this next chapter, And I really appreciate you being here for it. Whether you've been subbed for years or if this is the first video you've ever seen. So yeah, new chapter, new rhythm, same me. And if that sounds like something you want to be part of, hit the like button, drop a comment, maybe even subscribe if you haven't already. Let's make this fun again. Thanks for watching.